guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Luna over here. So in today's video, it's gonna be a very long, detailed video. I want you guys to watch this video before you decide to become a real estate agent. Okay, so the first thing I do want to talk about in this video is keep in mind in the stats that 80% of the agents are making 20% of the business, and 16% of the agents are making 20% of the business, and 4% of the agents are making 60% of the profit of the business. So you can see with experience and with the years that you are being as a real estate agent, the more successful you get, you are going to get, you know, more reward, and obviously you will make a lot more money later on. So there are 10 reasons and 10 things that I conclude in this video that I think you guys should be aware of, or things that you need to work on before you decide to become a real estate agent. So number one is to get into the business for the wrong reason. I know, especially right now, if you think that you want to switch your current job to get into real estate as a real estate agent just so you can make a lot more money, you think it's an easy job, forget it. It's not easy. It's definitely more challenging than ever to become a real estate agent and get a job, to get paid right now, especially during quarantine. The number one reason being said, it's also often very important to, you know, put relationship over your self-interest. If you think you can get in the business just so you can make a lot more money, you will often more easily to make mistakes because you kind of have to be more aware of what you are doing. You can get into a lot of trouble if you just care about yourself, you care about making money. And number two is don't believe in yourself. I know when I started, I practiced in script. So I will be cold calling, I know exactly what the right thing to say, but there's something wrong with the tone and the tonality that you say it, because you've never done the business, you've never owned a home, you've never closed deals. So it kind of seems a little hard for you to sound confident on the phone, and that's also a reason why people fail in this business, is because they don't believe in themselves. So you need to believe in yourself. If you're putting the right work and effort into the business, you need to know that you will be successful. And number three is not to have enough savings. It's super crucial for you to get into the business. Don't start as a part-time agent, but save at least 6 to 12 months worth of income and then jump into business as a full-time agent. You know, you need to have emergency fund, you need to have enough savings, because real estate agent, they don't get paid through salary. They get paid by commission. So if you don't close a deal, you're unlikely to get paid. And usually a deal takes at least, you know, 7 to 12 follow-up calls. If it's a listing, it takes about 3 to 6 months to even make it to the closing table. So it really depends. You're not gonna get paid right away. Unless you start doing rentals, maybe you will get paid once they sign the lease. So if you help renter find a home or a house or apartment, you might get paid in a month, depending on how long it takes you for them to find the apartment. But once you do, the moment that they sign the lease, you will get paid, you will get a paycheck. And number four is not getting the correct advice from the right agent. With YouTube and also with, you know, the office that you are in, when you are new, you're most likely to seek advice. But just be very aware of who you are getting the advice from. Every single agent is different. Every agent succeed in different criteria. They succeed with doing different type of business. So I posted a previous video of 5 different agents, how they made over 200,000 in the 5 ways. I'll link it down below for you guys to go check it out. Definitely, if you are, you know, a young millennial, you have no sphere of influence, you might be able to seek advice from somebody who are just like you, who are also young, because if you seek advice from older agents, they have their group of circles, so it's kind of hard for them to give you advice. It might not work out for you. And number 5 is not willing to do the actual work, mostly like prospecting, doing cold calls, practice your scripts, and practice your listing presentations. All these things that requires you to put in the hours and research to study the market. All these things are very crucial because it makes you sound a lot more professional. It makes you sound like you know what you are talking about. But people oftentimes just kind of jump into the business and learn as they go, but they don't really do enough homework about the market. So, you know, if you don't really actually put in the actual work, you're not going to get the same result as if you do. Number 6 is, I see agents when they get in the business, they will get a lot of rejections. So if you're too fragile or you are afraid of rejections, you think people are going to be nice to you, then you're wrong. You're in the business for the wrong reason. For example, when I am cold calling on the phone, on a good day, let's say if I make 1,000 calls, only 100 people will pick up their phone, and 89 or 99% of those people that I talk on the phone are going to tell me no. They're not going to think about selling their house. Only 1% is going to say maybe I will think about selling my house, and that is typically a good day. So you can imagine how many no's and rejections you are going to be accepted, you're going to get during this business. So if you're fragile, if you hate rejection, this could be very hard for you. The next one is distraction. With technology, with social media, there are so many things that when you're prospecting, it's going to come in play as a distraction for you. So what I do is I usually have a dual monitor when I'm prospecting on the phone, and I turn off my feed for Facebook and social media. So if you have kids at home, it's probably best for you to go to the office instead of working from home. Number 8 is, people are poor communicators. People are bad at communication. So in the business of real estate, as an agent, you are talking to literally everybody. And if you have temper, if you are very hard to communicate with others, it might be very challenging for you to, talk to other people. For example, I often communicate with buyers, sellers, inspector, buyer's agent, title company, lender, and appraiser. The most absurd thing that I've ever done is I was talking to a director of a funeral home because one of my sellers, they need a death certificate for their family member who was also have their name on the title. So you will be expecting yourself talking to a lot of people from different type of jobs. So you have to be very patient. You have to use the right tonality. You need to know how to text. You don't want to piss off any other people, because if you do, it's gonna, maybe delay the process of the selling process or buying process. And the next one is not to reinvest in yourself. And with this one, I'm mostly talking about, if you are an agent, maybe you should get a mentor, or you should take some extra classes for yourself to get recharged with the real estate market. So tip number 1 is, I actually paid a lot of attention with politics and what's going on with the world, because when my clients are asking me how is it doing with the real estate market, I want to be able to tell them what I think the housing price is going to be. Oftentimes the economics usually has a lot of things to do with the politics, what the politics is going on in this country, or what politics is going on and the world relationship with different countries all around the world. That's going to affect the real estate market in the US. So you always want to be very on top with the news. You want to be on top of the stock market, the housing market, the interest rate, and everything, because you are the professional in this business. So you should recharge yourself, get yourself educated. Last but not least is, real estate agents are not patient enough. If you're not a patient person, you need to learn to be very patient in this business, and also on top of your follow-up games. It really takes time for people to make their first commission check. It took me about 4 months when I first jumped into real estate business. It took me 4 months to make my first commission check. So you gotta be very patient, you gotta believe in yourself, and all these 10 things that I have said are people who are not succeeding in this business, or the 10 skill set that I think is very crucial for you to understand and master, upskill the skill set for yourself if you are thinking about becoming a real estate agent. If you guys like this video, if you have any other questions, make sure you leave a comment down below. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching my video. This is Mona over here. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!